Hello, you guys. So we have Halle Bailey out here doing big, amazing things. She's stepping in the rooms that she needs to walk in while paying DDG dust. Let's get into it. Because last year when Halle was doing all of these amazing things, when she had that Christmas special collaboration with Motown Records and Smokey Robinson, she wasn't a demon. She wasn't evil because at that point in time, the public was not aware that her and DDG had separated. So once DDG was able to live off her, everything was perfect. The awards were not false. She was not pulling off PR stunts because he was gaining from everything that she was doing. Now that she is no longer with him and she has made it known to the public, everyone and their mamas who believe that DDG should be latching on to this girl like a baby, they are but hurt. However, every time they come up with something to tear Halle down, every time they try to tarnish her image, reputation, character, every time they try to question it, she comes out on top. And this time around, we're going to talk about Halle attending the Fossil dinner, which it was a held celebration for a new collaboration between global superstar Nick Jonas and Fossil brand. Now, she was seated at a table with Nick Jonas, Ben Platt, and you guys know that what the three all have in common is that they have worked with Disney in the past. So they're Disney stars and could possibly work with Disney in the future. Now, the video is making a bit of a viral round on social media and the critics are chiming in, honey. Many people, they're saying basically the same thing because what many people realize is that every time there seems to be some kind of, orchestrated attempt to make Halle look like a bad person, she keeps rising above. So as such, when the clip when the clip was revealed of Halle at the event, many people on social media, they were like, absolutely, we love this. And we're so happy that she's where she needs to be. DDG is, you know what? The internet is so happy that she has gotten rid of that man. So many people were there cheering her on, saying that they're so happy that DDG is not in that room with her. But, in all honesty, he has definitely caused a dent in her image, which is going to take a little bit of a moment for, that to be smoothed out. But I do believe that she will be able to overcome all of that because she's doing what needs to be done. She is moving forward. She's looking ahead and she's associating herself with the right people. Even though she has had the little dramatic moment from DDG and his family, she's not retaliating. She's not giving them her energy. She's focused and that's a good thing. She's also, she's working consistently, which is really good. And she's determined to basically, just be successful. This girl has a vision. She has direction as to where she wants to go and what she wants to achieve. Now, we know that we're getting back into this event because Halle wore a black Proco leather watch because this watch that she wore was from the collection, from the Nick Jonas collection. Ben Platt, he wore the blue Venet brown Proco leather watch and Nick Jonas wore the Machine Lux Malachite gold tone stainless steel watch. Now, as I've said, the collection, the watch that Halle is wearing, it's wore yesterday. It is available today, actually. So, she got first pick basically without having to pay for it. So that's a really good thing. You know that she's right up there, right at the top, honey. All while paying DDG I think what is happening is that my comment section has been calling him DVD a lot and it has been rubbing off. So, they had the dinner yesterday. It was hosted and, um, it was hosted at the Soho Diner in New York City, and the space was basically transformed into a fossil diner just for the 1 day celebration. But we are definitely here for it. Super happy for Halle. So happy that she is doing amazing things and just basically shaming the haters, because I don't know why the hate is even needed, because I understand that many people seeing DDG with Halo, they think that because DDG takes Halo everywhere he goes, it makes him an amazing father. But if we're really thinking about it, it seems as though, because I've been looking into a lot of things, right? And unfortunately, I have to say, it seems as though DDG was using that child as some collateral. Not saying that he doesn't love the child, because I do believe that he loves the child. But I think that his obsession with the child also is because of the mother. So, when critics are saying that he can always get another child, nope, there's only one little mermaid. There's only one Halle. And I believe that if he gets another child, yes, he will be a father to that child, but I don't think that he's going to have that kind of obsession as he does with Halo, because of everything that comes with Halle. The time that Halle conceived Halo, it was the peak of her career. And I believe that DDG trapped that girl. I believe that he carefully and intentionally trapped that girl. And he had a plan. I believe that everything was going according to his coordination. But I also believe the reason why he basically treated Halle so bad during her pregnancy. Do you know how sometimes when a beautiful woman is intelligent, educated, she has her career going on, things are just booming for her, and this man is looking at her like, oh, to the public, you're so perfect. I'm gonna break you down. I'm gonna show you that you're not who you think you are. But he thought that that would have been long term, but it only was short term. Halle rise above that and she kept it moving, and she returned back to her pedestal, because I honestly believe that when she dated DDG, she dated down. People would say there's no such thing as dating down. There is such a thing as dating down, because when someone qualities and values doesn't align with yours, I'm not even talking about dating down from the financial aspect. I'm talking from the personality, the track record aspect. His track record is personality. It did not align with hers. And as such, I believe she definitely dated down when she got involved with DDG. I believe DDG knows this, and I believe that he's offended by just the amazing individual that she is. I think her personality truly offends him, because do you know when someone have you ever seen someone looking at someone, giving them the side eye, then saying you think you're all that? I believe that he is envious of this girl, envious of her circle, and because he's always wanted that and he doesn't have what she has, I believe that he really envied her. She's realizing this. She realized it as time passed, and she realized that there was no sense in fighting for what they had, because at the end of the day, he would always be jealous of her. So she realized it was time to keep it moving and move forward, and she did exactly that. No, Hallie's doing amazing things, so I believe we're gonna see the hate campaign towards her being humped up. I believe they're gonna try doing more to her, because the entire thing for these people is that they believe a baby should be on a live stream. I don't know for what gain, because who is that profiting? Only DDG financially, but not the child. It's not good for the child's development and well-being. So with the people saying that DDG needs to be in his child's life, he is in his child's life. And I don't know why is it that many people don't get that he's in fact in his child's life. And Halle was very persistent in ensuring that he was in his child's life. Even when she was awarded sole custody, she basically was communicating with DDG through her attorney. DDG didn't want that because he wants chaos and drama. He went to the court and he used the court to basically try to ruin Halle because he really did want to see the child because Halle was giving him that opportunity without the court after she was granted sole custody. But because he wanted to ruin her image, he wanted to ruin her brand, he wanted to ruin her likeness because in his head, because she said that he was abusive, she thought that, oh my God, he thought that she was going to go on a campaign to completely ruin him. But he didn't understand that what she did was because she wanted peace. She wanted him to understand and respect boundaries. He wasn't willing to understand and respect boundaries without the court being involved. But the moment that Ali took legal actions, that's when he realized that this woman was saying, I want boundaries. We're over. We've been over since last year, and you're calling me while I'm on vacation with your BS nonsense. So when Halle insisted on boundaries, he insisted on retaliation because he's narrow-minded in some aspects. He believed that she was really out to get him. He didn't see that. It was just that she wanted boundaries. So he retaliated and he basically, told the court that she's psychologically unwell. He knows like for literally 2 years. Just imagine that. For 2 years that this girl was psychologically unwell and you didn't suggest that she gets the help that she needs. You and your family did not help her get the help that she needs. And you basically put all of that in court documents, irrespective of the fact that you know that she's psychologically unwell. So that means that he wanted to end her and he wanted to stain her. He wanted the public to look at her with scorn and shame. And he thought that it would have worked out for him. But it only works out for the people who you call crab in a barrel, the people who have that kind of mentality, the people who are basically the people who stays low and never aim to reach high, the people who loves the toxicity. So he thought that would have ruined her image, her brand, her reputation. He thought that would have granted him sole custody of Halo and he could move on to monetize the child even more, making money off the child. Just imagine using your child like a prop to make money, but not even giving the mother a portion of that to take care of the child. You basically bought the child what? A car? Not even a piece of property, not even an apartment building as an investment, not even an apartment, I should say, not an apartment building because he has money, but I don't think he can do all of that without, almost leaving himself dry. But I'm just saying, he makes immature decisions and you see it right through every single step that he does. Every decisions that he makes immature decisions. He doesn't think long term. Here comes Halle having to think long term for both of them as a parent so that the child can benefit from that. Just imagine the mother is saying, keep the child off the live streaming. It's not as though she was saying, you know what? Because initially when Halle was saying no social media for Halo, it's not as though she was not saying it could not appear on the live stream briefly. She was saying that it was unhealthy to have the child on live stream for so many hours. But no one wanted to listen. No one wanted to respect her as the mother of the child. And that is the thing. When you're nice to people, people tend to overstep their boundaries. People don't respect boundaries, especially when you put the best version of yourself forward. They believe that it's a prelude for them to take disadvantage of you. And then when you push back, they call you evil because you should not be smart. You should not be proactive with protecting yourself and your child. Because if you ever take the step of protecting yourself, defending yourself, you will be labeled the crazy one. But that's the thing. Sometimes in order to get peace, you have to go to war and you have to let people realize that, yeah, you're crazy. So as such, he's going to consistently come at her and she's going to consistently win. She's going to consistently rise above all his BS shenanigans that he and his family carries on with, because we've seen it and we've seen it quite a lot. And if you say you haven't seen it, you're just an hypocrite. You're just blinded, or you love the chaos. You love the shenanigans. You love the drama. You love the mess. But it's definitely not going to work out for him. Ali is going to keep winning. DDG could keep winning if he basically just move on, try to co-parent in peace. Stop throwing subliminal jabs here and there at this girl. Just move on and rise above the chaos, rise above the mess. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take on the matter. While you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.